baby, won't you meet me by the beach? Too early, baby, later you can show me things.
What's poppin', y'all? It's your girl Big Daddy Jen, and we are back at it again with another video from y'all. Got my little turtleneck on from Shein, but I just got back from work. So I told myself one of my biggest goals with my YouTube channel is that I'm gonna stay consistent with you guys. I'm not gonna fall off the second time around because that's embarrassing. But honestly, it took me 21 years to realize like that new year, new me. That's a dub. It's not a new you. It's the same person. Nothing really changed. Like, we are literally mentally conditioned to think that just because the new year is changing, that, oh, now is the time to cut all these people off. Now is the time to get your life better. But time really be moving. So it's just like, new year, new me came around, and I was trying to, be the perfect person. I was like, yeah, I'm about to cut these people off because they toxic. I'm not listening to these people. These people is toxic. Toxic was the word, and I was letting go of anything that screamed toxic. But that mentality that I was having, trying to be perfect, was toxic because I was literally setting myself up for failure. I was sabotaging myself because the new year, new me vibe, like, it's the same person. It's the same goals you always had. It's just now you have this extra initiative to go after it. But you should always be trying to not perfect yourself, but be the best possible you. And in that, I realized as time was moving past me that instead of trying to be the perfect person, I need to be more realistic and honest with myself about who I am and what I need to do to be the best possible me. And the first time I made this video about 3 times. The first time I made this video, it was a new year, new me, what my expectations was, blah blah blah. But then I tried to go back and edit it, and half the stuff I said didn't even happen within the first month because, to be honest, January was hitting like 2020 the sequel. I made this video and things just keep changing, and I just realized that like the biggest thing I gotta work on is I gotta stop being comfortable because time is moving ahead of me and I'm not even realizing it's going because I'm comfortable where I'm at. So it's just like I'm pushing content. I'm telling myself, oh, I gotta stay consistent for my YouTubers and for like my YouTube fam and for myself, for my dignity. But at the same time, I'm pushing content that is just changing as time change. So I'm still gonna drop these videos. I still want to push out the content so I can move forward because I've been really excited about the new segment, but I felt like I couldn't move to the new segment until I edit those other videos. I didn't realize that as a YouTuber, you're gonna keep creating content and you're gonna realize that some of this content may not be for my channel, or some of this content is not as good as I thought it would be. But these videos are like videos that I made with my mom, my sister, people that I want to introduce to you guys. So I'm gonna release the content. The thing with being comfortable that I also realize is that like when the New Year's does come around, and I've spent this whole year being comfortable and waiting for the New Year to come for me to change, it becomes so overwhelming to have all these goals. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to drop videos twice a week. I'm about to work 3 jobs. I'm about to move out. I don't care what nobody said. I just had to set realistic goals, and then also on top of that, work on myself, because I feel like everyone has the capability to like be great. It's just about the energy that you put in it is the energy that you're gonna get back out. So it's just, I've been trying to work on tapping into that energy, tapping into that motivation that's gonna drive me to go back. Because once upon a time, I wasn't this lazy. I really, like, the biggest thing I think about all the time is when is the point of my life where I started being lazy? And I think it was around high school where I realized that I could get away doing the bare minimum. And that's not a good mindset to have, because your 24 hours could be spent literally doing nothing, or 24 hours doing the most. I had all these crazy expectations and I was gonna go moving forward. Like, my parents was like, oh, Jennifer, don't do this. My like professors and my advisors was giving me advice, and my friends was giving me advice, and I just wasn't listening. I wasn't taking it. I just had this plan set in my head and I was like, nobody gonna stop me, this plan. And God literally just humbled me. I think I was moving too fast and he took me out the game, because first week of January, literally first day, things already started falling out. Relationships started falling out. You know, I was just going out sad. Like, I didn't even have a lit New Year's Eve, but I'm still grateful to be standing here today. And like, I just was like, wow, like, why is all this happening? And then I know I said that I was gonna move out previously, and life just changed. Like, things just happened. I caught COVID, guys. Like, bruh, I caught COVID. God was like, okay, you're doing too much. You're gonna stop going to work. You're gonna stop doing this. You need to sit in the house for 2 weeks and relax. And in that time, like, everything was just hitting about what I need to change within myself. It's the new year, new me, different mindset. And different mindset comes with the ability to accept yourself as who you are and what you need to change. Because you can't change your mindset if you think that there's nothing wrong to begin with. So I was like, all right, he humbled me. I took that L. And now I came back. In the initial video, I said that, like, oh, I had 3 jobs. In the middle of me being quarantined, I lost my job at Target in less than 24 hours because I couldn't make it to orientation. And then I still have, like, my job at the bank, thankfully, which is good with my major. You see, I got my little turtleneck on or whatever, you know. And then also I was talking about how school, like, I was going to finesse school. And it's just like, I can't. Because this is my last semester. Like, I gotta just go in and really just schedule, because I have a planner and everything, but I really just, like, it's the consistency and the motivation. So I'm really just trying to figure out how I could work on my bad habits and bad traits. I need to start, you know, really working on consistency. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I keep thinking that I work best under pressure, and it's not that I work best under pressure. It's I literally have no time. And time is not going to stop for anybody. So I have to work on the consistency, and then I have to work on time management, because being realistic while being consistent, you know, you have that fine balance of knowing what you're capable of doing and knowing what you're going to actually do. And then the biggest thing that I'm really trying to incorporate in all my decisions is literally just including God in all my decisions. Like, ever since I started taking, like, my walk with God more seriously, like, I just find myself praying when I don't know the answer to certain things. Like, even with the whole, like, moving out situation, I'm not gonna get into it, but, like, I really had to sit there and pray, like, is this what you're trying to tell me to do? And, like, I heard it, and I just didn't even question it. Like, I just was like, all right, because there's something better out there for me. That's why he had to humble me real quick. That's why he had to pause me, because I'm moving too fast for the direction that I'm trying to go. I know what I'm more than capable of doing, but now that this New Year's hype is over me and February is here, I think this is where the real start begins, because now you are working hard and you're doing all these things that you set forth for, but the goals has always been the same. It's just working and accepting yourself, knowing what you're capable of doing, and moving forward with it in a consistent and realistic schedule. So with that being said, I ain't forget about you guys. You know I love you, YouTube fam. You guys are literally, like, my comfort. I'm trying to also work on being alone. Like, I feel like I've always been surrounded by people my whole life. I grew up with a big family. I always had a lot of, like, good friends, and just I've always spent time with people. My favorite hobby, I would say, is talking to people. Anybody could tell you I'm on the phone 24/7, and I'm just really trying to figure out what I like to do when I'm not around anybody. And I love talking to you guys. Maybe because I'm still talking, but, like, I'm trying to figure how to enjoy me, so that when, you know, when I meet new people, like, I'll be fine on my own. So it's just like, you know, work on yourself first. And as you're working on yourself, be realistic with yourself. You know, admit where you're wrong, admit where your strengths and your weaknesses are, and I promise you, like, it'll work. That's really it. I'm definitely going to be pushing out these videos. And if you're new to this channel, please like, share, subscribe, and all of that. If you're a regular fam, thank you for continue watching, sticking with me, because I know some of you guys and some of my good friends have been on me to stay consistent even when I let myself down, and I really appreciate you guys. Thank you, Dustin. And then, like, thank you. Like, that's all I can really say. At the end of every video, all I can really say is thank you, because I could not do this without you guys, honestly. So, peace out.
Too early, maybe later you could show me things.